And welcome back here to Pizza Hut Bucyrus Coaches Corner West. And we want to remind you that we are brought to you in part by Adam Weisner and Associates at Advanced Fiber Technology, Coach Tim Plumley at the League in Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation, Matt Studer at Spitzer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Kia, 1 mile east of the Richland Mall. I say that fast enough and I really get tongue-tied, so I have to be careful. That Jeep Ram, Jeep, Kia. We have with us, first of all, Coach Chad Jensen of the Buckeye Central Bucks football program. And Coach, for the uninitiated, kind of tell them a little bit about your history as far as football. You've been at Buckeye Central for a long time.
Right.
As far as head coach of the football team.
Right, yeah. This is my 4th year as head coach. I was an assistant, started in 2004, up through most of those years, up until I took over the head job. So, this is my 19th year at Buckeye Central. So in some way, shape, or form, 12 of those years I was varsity assistant, and then I coached youth. I coached all these guys when they were in youth football and junior high for those 3 years that I wasn't with the high school, and then job was open, decided to take it, and here we are in our 4th year. So
well, you must have done something right, because even though you became the head coach, they stayed out.
They stayed out, didn't they? They stayed out.
Yeah, they really love football.
And my son's a junior, and he's played with all these guys. So I've coached all these guys in baseball and football and basketball. I've coached these guys since they were about that tall. So I've known these guys and this, juniors, seniors. I've been known those guys for a long time. So they're special to me, and we've always had a great relationship, and I love these guys, and they work hard every day. So they're fun to be around.
Their strengths and their weaknesses.
Oh yeah, ever since they were that tall. So so sometimes we bring that up every now and then, but it's all good fun.
So we've been talking about the fact that the season really comes up on you quick, and starts Friday night.
Oh yeah.
And you're going to get to start with a county rival, Crestline.
Yeah.
You've been playing them the last few years.
Oh yeah.
As the opening game. What do you see coming up from Crestline?
Yeah, we respect Crestline a lot. They have new coaches here. Coach Windland comes in, and kind of bring a hard-nosed style, to their program. Johnny King did a good job as well, but Coach is bringing in, offensively, they're going to run, wishbone. They're going to run a fullback, a tough, hard-nosed mentality, kind of going back to the old days at Crestline, and back when I coached there back in the 90s as well, and they're going to be improved, and they're going to be well coached, and we respect them, and again, like you said, great county game. We love playing them. They're our size, and it's a great rivalry game for us, and it's we should have a great crowd. Being Crawford County, so we're excited for it. Our kids are excited for it, so we're looking forward to it.
Good radio game for us too.
Oh yeah.
And as I mentioned earlier, this year we are kind of doing a little bit of getting together with OH Report.
Right.
They're going to stream some of the games that we are broadcasting, and yours happens to be one of them.
That's awesome.
You're going to be on WBCO, and you're going to have OH Report with our play-by-play. So we're really excited about this.
It's a great opportunity for some of our older fans. Maybe not, they can't make it out to watch it, and we do have a few of those, and we're just excited for the exposure. And our kids have worked hard, and they're excited for the season, and Crestline's excited, and we're looking forward to getting going.
So as we talked, as Coach Skidmore mentioned, the N10 is no picnic. I mean, it's a tough. You have a state, as we said, we have a defending state champion.
Of course.
In the league, and you can't take a lot of nights off.
No, there are no nights off in our league. Our N10 is as tough a small school league as there is, really, honestly, and we know that. But right now, we have our 3 non-league games to get us ready for league play, and then we know our league stuff. But it's one game at a time, and we get into league play. We know we're going to have to bring it every night, but that our league. Everybody can beat everybody. It's a meat grinder, and it's a heck of a league. So, we're just looking forward to game 1 here, and and first 3 non-league, and then get us ready for league play.
And that brings up, you reminded me of another little specialty we got coming up this year. You guys play at Fremont St. Joe on a Saturday night.
Yeah, it's the first time we played on a Saturday in a long time, probably since our state championship run, I think, that we played on a Saturday. It's going to be a good experience. We play at Don Paul Stadium, great stadium in Fremont. You know, great venue, really cool. Really, artificial turf, real cool venue. We used to scrimmage gym years ago, and it's a real neat place. And our kids get to play on a Saturday night and be the only show in town. So
only show in town, and again, you're going to be on this time on WQEL.
Oh,
and not that there's necessarily an advantage either way, but you're going to be on WQEL and you're going to be on OH Report on that
yeah,
too.
So 2 in a row, man. That's great.
So you guys are going to get a little publicity.
Well, and we appreciate that because our kids, you know, have worked really hard, and for them to get a little bit of exposure, it's really great for them. And we're so glad you guys do that. We appreciate it very much.
Okay, good deal. All right, well, we're going to talk to a few of your players that you brought tonight. And before we do that, we are going to remind you that we're brought to you in part by Rob Luss at his Fifth Animal Clinic in Marion. Matt Ramsey, John Ziegler, Drew Young, Frank Heinlein and Associates at Bucyrus Blades, serving worldwide markets since 1951, and Roger Brown at Wings Lock and Safe, South Poplar and West Warren Streets in Bucyrus. And we have with us, first of all, Manny Mullins, right to my left here. Manny, tell us a little bit about what your role is on the team.
Well, I'm a captain, and I'm the running back, and then I'm the safety on defense.
Okay, so you don't get a lot of time off the field. Yes. I would have to bet he probably plays on some special.
He's also our punter. And kick returner, punt returner. Yeah, so he does a little bit of
He's
everything.
kind of like Randy Bangs up your side.
Right. Oh yeah, very, very valuable. Yes.
Multi.
Yes.
So, have you taken on different responsibilities this year, or is it pretty much what you did last year?
This is what I did last year, yeah.
Okay, so you're coming into it with eyes open. You know exactly what's going on, what's expected of you. Any particular goals you have for this season?
I want to make the playoffs. I think that's a goal we can achieve. So I want to make sure that we can try to do that.
You guys have done that.
Yeah.
You guys have done it. Well, it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah, we were in the playoffs and won a playoff game, and that was exciting for us. And these kids were all part of that in some way, shape, or form. But I think as upperclassmen, they definitely were.
So reasonable goal.
Reasonable.
Especially since they've expanded.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, 10 years ago, maybe not, but the fact that we are, very reasonable with the 16 teams. So yeah.
And Division 7.
And in Division 7. Yes.
Okay, good deal. All right, so looking forward to seeing you this year, and good luck with the season. Thanks for coming out tonight, and enjoy your pizza. Next we have Stephen Sostakowski, and Stephen, let everybody know kind of what your role is on the team.
I'm a wide receiver and I'm a safety on defense.
Oh, okay. Wow. Pretty good sized wide receiver. That's nice.
Yeah,
nice to have. there.
we are blessed to have some receivers that have pretty good height, pretty good wingspan on them. So
Yeah, that makes it a little easier on your quarterback.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be quite so precise.
no, absolutely.
And again, pretty much the same thing you did last year.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you see the team this year? You see it. I know obviously you want to be competitive, and what do you think needs to really need? What do you think you need to do to maybe take that next step?
I think we just got to bring in enthusiasm every practice, every game, because I feel like sometimes we kind of fall behind in that. But when we bring it and we play the way we're capable of playing, I think we're a pretty good team.
Good. Yeah, and Coach mentioned numbers up this year a little bit. So
Yeah.
that's very important. All right, Stephen, we appreciate you coming out tonight, and enjoy your pizza after the show. Next we have Derek Steen, and Derek's, I know your dad. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for you, but played a lot of basketball with your dad. Can you imagine your dad playing basketball? It actually happened. It actually did happen.
He might be watching. So he might be
He's gonna
watching
watch
right
this
now.
podcast. He'll kick my butt the next time we see each other.
Hey, old man at Buckeye Central was legendary.
Oh,
Old
my
man's league
gosh.
was legendary.
Mike's, Derek's dad, Mike, his main job was setting picks. And boy, could he set picks. Anyway, Derek's, tell the folks a little bit about what your role is on the team.
I'm the quarterback, and then I play safety as well.
Okay, all right, so another two-way player. So last year was your first year as a starting quarterback, so you got a year under your belt. How do you think that is going to help you coming up for this season?
I think it helps me as a leader and a lot with my confidence, I guess.
Yeah, you kind of know what to expect when you're in there that first year. It's a little bit new, and you were only a sophomore last year, so that you're young, you're new. This year, you got a year under your belt. You're a junior. A little bigger, a little stronger. Yeah, so that'll prepare you for that. So how do you see the season coming up for you as a team or personally?
I mean, I'm hoping to make the playoffs. I think that's a good goal for us. Play week by week.
Yeah, you week by week, and you can't let those games that you have in your grasp slip away. I said a lot of times you look back and you say, "Ooh, you could have got that one, or you could have got this one."
And I heard Coach Skidmore say it when you were with the Winford kids. The same thing. It's one game at a time, and week one, and that's how I take approaching baseball. Same thing, one game at a time, and we want to get this one, and then we move on to the next one. So I think that's a lot of these guys have said that. So.
Absolutely. Okay. Derek, appreciate you coming out. Again, I know you guys are really busy this time of year and getting excited about that first game. And last, we have Kenny Utz. And Kenny, let us know what your role is on the team.
I play left tackle on offense and defensive tackle on defense.
Okay, so again, two-way guy.
All our guys are two-way guys.
Both in the
All our
trenches.
guys are two-way guys.
Yeah.
So we play a lot. A lot of our kids play both ways.
Sure. And so you're going to be a friend of Derek's because that left tackle is really important, protecting that quarterback's blind side. So I've asked a couple of linemen from the previous two teams, do you have a preference whether you pass block or run block, or does it matter?
I like run blocking a lot better than pass block. Just get a little bit more hard-nosed football.
Okay, all right. Doesn't mean you won't pass block.
Yeah, I will pass block.
Your friend here is counting on it.
Yeah, he'll pass blind. If he doesn't, our line coach, Coach Karras, will get on him like you wouldn't believe, and they all know it.
So, any particular goals you have, either personally or for the team coming up this year?
Just make the playoffs.
That's a good goal. Again, and not necessarily out of reach. You get these early games are going to be key.
No, they really are.
These early
They
games.
really are, and they're important. So one game at a time, but yeah. these
Yeah,
early
I mean,
games are
if you could start out the season 3-0, then you really got a pretty good shot at it.
Yeah, we don't want to get that far. Crestline this week.
We're containing it to not.
Yeah,
Again,
right,
containing it to not.
But yeah.
So, okay. Well, Kenny, appreciate you coming out tonight, and good luck this season, and enjoy the pizza after the show. Come back with a few closing comments from Coach Jensen. But before we do that, we want to remind you that we're brought to you in part by Lee Plymouth and Brad Seibert at the Plymouth Insurance Group, Cyrus and Gallion, Hannah Newton at Wendy's downtown Bucyrus and Upper Sandusky, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center in Bucyrus. So, Coach Jensen, again, like you said, you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it'd be great to get off to a good start.
Yeah, we want to. We've had a really good summer, and we've had a good camp so far. So our kids are excited. The biggest thing for us, we got to stay healthy. We got to stay healthy. Like I said, we do have a lot of two-way players, and we do have a lot of upperclassmen. But again, we got to stay healthy and one game at a time. And we know Crestline's going to come in our place. They're going to play hard. And they're going to play with confidence, and so we have to do the best we can to combat that.
Yeah, and I know you don't like to put a lot of stock in. We talked, to the earlier coaches about scrimmages and how you look at scrimmages. It's really not about the outcome necessarily of scrimmages, but how did you look at your scrimmages?
Yeah, we had two very good scrimmages for us. Our first scrimmage is Upper Scioto Valley, and I thought we played really well on defense in that scrimmage. Offensively, maybe not as much. A lot of things that we could have done better. And then we had a scrimmage against South Central last Friday, which was a really nice test for us. They got a lot of athletes coming back, and we did a lot better on offense. We did a lot better on offense, and defensively we held our own. They have some nice skill guys. But offensively, we made some improvements. So really, our scrimmages were like we told the kids. We don't play scrimmages to win them. And we don't call plays to win them. We work on stuff, and that's always been my philosophy, and that's what we did. But the biggest thing is we want to continue that improvement. You know, we improved from scrimmage 1 to scrimmage 2, so we want to improve now from scrimmage 2 to the first game. And we just really got to work on that improvement here in practice.
Okay. And you like what you see from your, you talk about you got a better group in your senior class, but you like what you got coming up.
This is an interesting team. This is the first time in a long time that we've had mainly juniors and seniors playing, and for us to say that, it's been a long time coming. And almost all our players are juniors and seniors, so almost all of them. So that's something we haven't had for a while. But then we have 14 freshmen, like I said, and then we have full JV schedule. And those guys, are going to get after it right away on Saturday against Crawford. They're going to Crawford right away to play. So, we have 9 JV games scheduled. So that's a full schedule. We have 35 on the roster. So that's the most we've had in a couple of years. When these guys, a couple of years ago, we had 33. So that's really good numbers-wise for our kids, and very competitive with schools our size. So
gives you a little depth too.
Yeah, and we have some young kids that play JV that could step in a pinch if they need to. We're real thankful that we have a lot of veteran guys who played. So hopefully, and the key is keeping them healthy.
Everybody staying healthy so far.
So far, knock on wood, we really need it. Just like everybody needs their guys to be healthy. It's not just us, but we really need.
Like we were talking, even if it's not necessarily season ending, but if they're out 2 weeks with a concussion.
Yeah,
that could be 2 crucial weeks.
Oh man, yeah, it could. Yeah, absolutely. But if that happens, we'll take care of it. But it's hopefully, I think a lot of our younger kids are learning. But and they'll get a chance to play some. That'll help.
Yeah. Good deal. Listen, good luck with the season coming up, and sure we'll see you along the way.
Okay. Thank you for having us.
Coach Chad Jensen of the Buckeye Central Bucks, and their season starts Friday night with a home game versus Crestline, and that game will be on WBCO and on the Wage Report. So I want to have a special thanks to everyone here at our Pizza Hut, including Pizza Hut General Manager Kristen Stewart. She does a tremendous job. She really does, and we appreciate her efforts. We have engineer with us here at Pizza Hut, John Kreider, and our camera operator, Harper Boggs. Coming up this week on WQEL Sports, of course, it's a big week for high school football. We have a special edition Thursday night game. We're carrying the Mohawk at Tiffin Calvert game, and that will be on WQEL with Jared Moore and Jeff Roberts. And that game, too, will be on the Wage Report. We stream the Wage Report on Friday. Forgive me, Coach Plum, if I pronounce this wrong. This is Noah Valley at Osiris, WQEL, Josh Stallings and Jeff Roberts. And on WBCO, we have Crestline at Buckeye Central with Jared Moore and Tim Byrie. And that, too, will be streamed on OH Report. And, of course, throughout the week, you can be listening, except for Thursday, have an off day, the Cleveland Guardians. Your first place, Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah, first place. Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, you could have won big money on
that. I know. That's great.
But they have Tuesday and Wednesday, they will be playing the Detroit Tigers, and then on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Chicago White Sox. So they're in division right now, and those games with the White Sox in particular.
Huge division games really coming up. Huge.
The White Sox are sitting 2.5 games behind them.
Yep.
So that would be very important games. So stay tuned to WQEL for those games. On behalf of all of our guests from Osiris, Winford, and Buckeye Central, this is Dan Messersmith. Have a good evening, everyone.